I've been shot up and shook down. I've been turned away and turned around with nobody to call my own in this mean old world alone. Many, many nights I cried. Somebody was on my side. Down in my soul I knew some way I'd get through. Looking back now I see somebody was watching over me.
Somebody was watching. Somebody was watching.
I've been locked up and locked out. I've been used and abused. Didn't know if I was uptown or downtown. You know my life was so confused. I lived in a state of depression. Something saved me from my obsession. My strength was put to test. My weakness put to rest. Looking back now I see somebody was watching over me.
Somebody was watching.
Yeah.
Hey VC, it's Robert, Block Sonic Wafers. Just to do a quick little update on some things I snagged today. First item up for grabs is a CD. I saw this on the shelf for just $6, and I could not pass it up. It is the final album by Pops Staples. If you are into the Staple Singers and Mavis Staples, you will love this. I'm going to scan this and put the actual artwork up. There's the back. Mavis tells the story in here of how, while Pops was on his sick bed, he basically handed over the tapes for this to her and said, "Don't lose this." And that is why she chose "Don't Lose This" for the title of this CD. It comes with a nice inner sleeve, like the vinyl version would. I don't know if there is a vinyl version. If there is, I wouldn't mind having it. But Mavis, this was basically Pops and his guitar, and he was a great guitar player. And she called in her new buddy Jeff Tweedy to help put an album together with this material. So you've got Mavis Staples, Cleofa Staples, and Yvonne Staples doing backing voices through most of this. And Jeff Tweedy's on bass guitar since Pops is playing guitar. Spencer Tweedy is on drums in most of this. There are a few instances in here of some other folks. You've got Scott Ligon, Ligon, on Wurlitzer piano. Tony Grady plays bass on a couple of tracks, and Tim Austin plays drums on a couple of tracks, and a couple of unknowns on piano. They lost that info somehow. So that was my first grab of the day, and I tell you, this is some fantastic stuff. There is some Christian related songs on here, as the Staple Singers are wont to do, and he finishes the album up with "Gotta Serve Somebody," the Bob Dylan tune, and he does a great job on that. So that's the first thing. And secondly, this is a band that I have never had anything by them, and now I'm wondering why. I've already listened to side A of this album, but I first heard a song on Patrick, the Vinyl Archivist's stream, and that was a song from Maggot Brain with Eddie Hazel doing his fantastic lengthy lead guitar that I was just never expecting. And so I picked up today, not Maggot Brain, but Funkadelic's Greatest Hits. I assume that's a reference to Black Sheep. I've already played side A of this. I got a thing, you got a thing, everybody's got a thing. Standing on the verge of getting it in. Okay. Hit it and quit it. Cosmic Slop. Can you get to that? Lassie Beauty. It's hard to read. This is done in handwriting. Funky Dollar Bill. And a joyful process. A joyful process. And I'll bet you. Sound quality on this is excellent. We're on Westbound Records. So there it is. Funkadelic's Greatest Hits. I don't know why it took me so long to get on this train, but now I've got a lot of stuff to look for to backtrack. I ran into a really nice deal today on John Prine at the Other End, December 15th through 17th, 1975. It's a 4 LP box that was issued for Record Store Day. I love the way they did the copper foiled writing on here. They are a limited edition numbered, and this is number 737 out of 12,500. This hadn't got on the turntable yet, but it is definitely in my plans for this evening. It's 4 LPs. It's an entire show. There are no songs repeated on here. And it's got a lot of the good ones. It's got Steve Goodman sitting in with him on Souvenirs and 9 Pound Hammer. It is made in Germany. And when you open it up, I'm sure most of you probably have this, or some of you do. This is what you see. And I thought this was going to be a poster, but it's really just a wrapping for all 4 albums. And on the back side of this, there's nothing. So there's a gap between here and here. So it's not really a complete poster in that regard. There's John. Very nicely done. There's also a nice inner presentation. Last but not least, to make this a short video, a collection of Beatles oldies. I'm going to link down below for anybody who hasn't seen it. Andrews over at Parlogram. Is that right? He did an episode about this album and how it came to be, and how they pulled the tapes and made some new stereo mixes for this of some tracks that were originally issued in mono, She Loves You was the big deal, and George wasn't there for that mix, and that was Jeff Emmerich, and he is the one that discovered that the original tapes had been trashed. So he kind of had to put it together just like they did on the Capitol versions over in the U.S., but he didn't make a new stereo version that way. And Andrew will explain to you exactly how that happened over on his video. So that's it. That's my day of spelunking, and I think I came out very well. So I hope you're having a good day musically. That's Funkadelic on the Toying Table, the table of turns. We will see you again soon. Thank you so much for popping in.
I've been shot up and shook